Murder, expulsion, and displacement of the people of Palestine all started for the invention of the apartheid regime of Israel in 1948. The Western colonial powers supported Zionist gangs to expel about 1 million Palestinian citizens from 1.9 million population between 1947 to 1949. They were made refugees beyond the border of Palestine. Zionist gangs have taken more than 78% of the land of Palestine. The natives were out. The European Jewish colonizers were in. Zionist gangs ethnically cleansed and destroyed 530 villages and killed 15,000 Palestinians in a series of mass atrocities, including more than 70 massacres. The continuity of this tragic situation turned it into Nakba. 74 years of catastrophic life marked by more killing of Palestinians, demolition of Palestinians' homes, a grab of more Palestinian land, and construction of a separation wall that has no like in the world. The Zionist gangsters turned into a systematic apartheid regime that launches against the people who were made refugees. Massive wars in Lebanon, in Gaza, in the West Bank, in Naqab, Lid, Haifa, Jaffa, and Nazareth. If the tears of the Palestinian mothers whose children were executed by the Zionist regime were collected, they would flow like rivers' water.
يا رب يا رب أهلي يا رب ما تخافوش تعال تعال لا تعال
October 2023, a date the Palestinian people will never forget. It marks the beginning of an unending nightmare for the people of Gaza. No matter how many years pass, they will never overcome the horrors they endured. They will never forget their loved ones killed, their homes destroyed, or their lands devastated. The echoes of these traumatic memories will haunt them forever. For them, war is never truly over. The year 2023 became the deadliest for Palestinians in the occupied Palestinian territory. Following Israel's declaration of war on Gaza, essential services such as electricity, water, and food were cut off, with the Palestinian people dehumanized as human animals. This resulted in the deaths of approximately 44,000 people and injuries to over 100,000 others. UN experts warned that Israel's actions could constitute genocide, pointing to genocidal rhetoric, the destruction of a critical infrastructure, and the displacement of over 1.9 million civilians, reducing northern Gaza to wasteland. The Office of the High Commissioner for Human Rights reported a devastating toll from Israeli airstrikes on Gaza, where entire families were annihilated in their homes. Israeli occupation forces alleged that hospitals and schools in Gaza, including Al-Shifa Medical Complex, were used for military purposes by Palestinian armed groups. However, no substantial evidence was provided to support these claims. Israel used this propaganda to justify its use of the Palestinians as human shields, turning civilian facilities into military outposts. Attacks on Gaza's hospitals devastated healthcare, leaving very few hospitals partially functional by April 2024. Over 491 medical staff were killed, and essential services like maternity and dialysis were decimated.
President Biden, Mr. Blinken, can you hear me? Prime ministers and presidents of the European countries, can you hear me? Can you hear the screams from Shifa Hospital, from Al-Audud Hospital? Can you hear the screams from innocent people, refugees sheltering, trying to find a safe place, being bombed by the Israeli attack forces this morning inside the hospital?
Between January and April 2024, the OHCHR documented numerous incidents of Palestinians killed while trying to access humanitarian aid, including 36 incidents of shootings or shelling at distribution points. At the Nablus roundabout, Israel killed 118 people and injured 760.